Okay, my first point today is I want to point out some things which are absolutely essential to all true happiness. Happiness is what all of us want to obtain. The desire of it is planted deeply in our human hearts. All men have a natural desire to dislike pain, sorrow, and discomfort. All men like things easy. We want to be happy. We all thirst after happiness. Just as a sick man longs for health, and a prisoner wants liberty, and as a traveler who's out in the hot desert wants a drink of water, we desire to be happy. It's just instilled in us. It's just part of our nature. We want to be happy. One thing I want you to realize, though, is true happiness is not freedom from sorrow or discomfort. I want you to forget about that, put that out of your mind right away. Because if that was true, there would never be any happiness in the world at all. The only people who would have that kind of happiness would be angels. The happiness I'm talking about is something that even a poor dying creature, someone dying, could still have this happiness, could hope to attain it. Now I'm not going to say that we can have perfect happiness either. That we can't be perfectly happy all the time. That's not going to happen on this side of the grave. Another thing, that if you look at a person who's always laughing and smiling, does that mean they're happy? The face is often a very poor indicator of the inward state of men. Men can be all smiles and appear to be happy on the outside, but on the inside and in private, they're miserable. Some of these famous comedians. Let me ask you, do you think Robin Williams was happy? I don't know if he was or not. He committed suicide. He was a comedian, always making other people happy. He was always making other people smile. A lot of times people who are in public positions who have that kind of profession, often they hate to be alone. They don't like to be alone. They're miserable in private. And then sometimes you have people who are just the opposite. They are grave and sober and serious on the outside, but on the inside they're full of peace. Their hearts are full of peace. So what you see on the outside doesn't always indicate what's going on in the heart of a person. Proverbs 14:13 says this, "Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful." So what you see on the outside doesn't always indicate what's going on inside. Public speakers, movie stars, singers, ballroom dancers, they all put this public persona on the outside. But if you were to follow them to their homes, their private homes, you might see a despondent person. To be truly happy, we have to have all of our needs met. If you take a look at a little baby, when it's clothed and fed and well, and it's in its mother's arms, it's happy and satisfied. Why is that? Because it's got all of its needs met. It's truly happy. In order for us to be truly happy, we need to have all of our needs met. But sometimes that's not something that can be done. And we have lots of needs. We have physical needs, but we also have spiritual needs. We have soul needs. There's things beyond this life that we need too. It's nonsense to think that just food and raiment and earthly goods can make men happy, because there are needs that we have deep down in our soul. And if you don't have that, if you don't have your soul needs met, you're not going to be happy. To be truly happy, a man has to have sources of gladness which are not dependent on anything in this world, because this world is filled with instability and uncertainty. Everything that we have can be gone in a moment. There's no certainty in this world. Even relationships can come to an end. We can lose our jobs. People can die. We can build a house and we can lose it. If you put your faith and your hope and your happiness based on things here on this earth, it's like sinking sand. It's like sand that's going to wash back out to the seashore. You may get a lot of comfort out of friends, family, your job. You may be in good health at the moment. But stop and think. You could lose all of that in a moment's time. All of those things can be lost. To be truly happy, the wants of your soul and your conscience has to be satisfied.